Imagine the screech of tires ripping through the night, a young phenom's world exploding in a fireball of twisted metal and shattered dreams. Ben Shelton, the thunderous serve that silenced stadiums, now fighting for his life after a devastating highway collision that no one saw coming. One split-second decision, and the tennis court echoes with silence. What started as a routine drive home from practice turned into a nightmare on Interstate 75, rain pounding the windshield like an unforgiving opponent. Witnesses describe a black SUV swerving into Shelton's lane, the impact sending his Audi spinning like a wild topspin forehand gone wrong. Glass shattered, engines roared in defiance, and in that chaotic blur, America's next big hope was ejected from the wreckage, landing motionless on the asphalt. Paramedics arrived to a scene straight out of a thriller, flashing lights cutting through the storm, jaws of life clawing at the debris. But here's the gut-wrenching twist that froze everyone. Shelton, barely 23, whispered his coach's name as they loaded him onto the stretcher, a flicker of fight in eyes that had stared down Djokovic without flinching. As news ripped through the sports world like a 140 miles per hour ace, tributes poured in from rivals turned brothers in arms. Federer tweeted a simple broken racket emoji, while Alcaraz called it the darkest day since his own scares. Back in Gainesville, where Shelton's dad once molded him into a machine on clay courts turned blacktop battlegrounds, the family huddled in vigil. Friends recalled the kid who juggled tennis balls on his bike, now bandaged and breathing through tubes in an Atlanta ICU. The surprise? Doctors found no spinal damage, just a fractured pelvis, lacerated spleen, and a will of iron that refused to break. Yet the what-ifs haunted. Would the lefty serve ever boom again? Or had fate served up a double fault too cruel to rally from? The tennis circuit ground to a halt, matches postponed in quiet solidarity, fans lighting virtual candles on social feeds. Sponsors pulled ads, not out of fear, but respect for a story unfolding in real time, raw, unfiltered, human. Shelton's girlfriend, Trinity Rodman, the soccer firecracker, turned her sideline into a hospital bedside, her tears fueling a comeback narrative no scriptwriter could dream up. And in the quiet hours, as monitors beeped like a metronome to his pulse, whispers of resilience echoed, the boy who rose from college obscurity to U.S. Open quarters, now staring down recovery's brutal baseline. But hold on, all sports updates. Is your pulse on every play, every heartbreak, every epic return? Smash that subscribe button now, drop a like if Shelton's spirit fires you up, and comment your predictions. Will he ace this or what? We're diving deeper tomorrow. Through the haze of painkillers and fluorescent lights, Shelton's first words weren't defeat, they were defiance. "Get me a racket," he rasped, sparking a room full of nurses into stunned laughter. Physiotherapists mapped a grueling path. Weeks in rehab, months of shadow swings, a year before the clay dust flies again. Yet the outpouring? Overwhelming. Teammates auctioned gear for his medical fund, raising 6 figures overnight. The ATP pledged support, turning tragedy into a testament of unity in a sport often solitary as a lone baseline grind. Flashback to the prodigy, son of a coach, groomed on Florida heat, his 2022 breakout a comet streaking across Wimbledon greens. That serve, clocking 149 miles per hour, wasn't just power, it was promise. Now, as he lies there, the surprise revelation hits. Dashcam footage shows Shelton swerving to avoid a deer, the real villain in this vehicular villainy. Not recklessness, but instinct, the same that dives for impossible volleys. Fans rallied. Hashtags trending #SheltonStrong, memes blending his fist pump celebrations with Phoenix risings. The broader ripple? Young athletes pausing mid-drive for safety PSAs, circuits auditing travel protocols. It's the story that grips because it's unfinished, a cliffhanger in cleats and chalk lines. Will the courts welcome back their roaring underdog, or has this detour rewritten his Grand Slam script forever? All sports updates, bringing you the unvarnished truth, the thrills, the chills. Hit subscribe to never miss a beat, your front row seat to sports' wildest rides. Like, share, and tell us, what's the comeback that moved you most? Stay locked in, we've got more fire coming your way. In the end, tragedy's grip loosens not with time, but tenacity. Shelton's chart shows steady climbs. First steps unaided, then light jogs echoing his old sprints. Coaches plot a cautious return. Maybe Davis Cup is warm-up, eyes on 2026 Australian Open fire. The accident? A scar, not a sentence. It stripped the glamour, bared the bones of pursuit, the sweat, the sacrifice, the sheer audacity to chase a yellow ball across continents. Storytelling at its core, every hero has a harrowing chapter, every legend a low. Shelton's? It humanizes the icon, reminds us behind the highlights real beats a heart that bruises. Rivals send care packages, signed balls from Sinner, motivational vids from Kyrgios, turning foes to family in fragility's forge. And the fans? They flood his feed with edits, slow-mo serves synced to swelling anthems, captions screaming survival. As dawn breaks over his hospital window, overlooking a city that never sleeps, one truth endures: sports devours the weak, but Shelton? He's feasting on the fight. This isn't goodbye to the game. It's the intermission before the roar returns, louder, fiercer. Final call from All Sports Updates, your go-to for sports that stick, stories that stun. Subscribe today, ring that bell, and fuel the fam. Who's your unbreakable athlete? Drop it below. Thanks for riding this wave with us. See you on the next update, champions.